All right, welcome back, gentlemen and ladies. This is a recap of yesterday's Virgin Week Theory trades. It was a pretty good day for anyone using this model. Personally, I took one trade. I had one win for a total of plus 2R. As you can see here, pretty nice day. I'll take a green day any day. I'll go over that trade breakdown. There were also a bunch of other setups, and I'll go over why I didn't take them and why you may or may not want to take them. And then I'll also just go over some alerts settings that I'm setting just to help me not miss setups, and also some indicator settings that I'm playing around with and everyone keeps asking about. So super quick 2-second summary before we get into the trades is what the Virgin Wick Theory model is we're waiting for any Virgin wicks, which are just untouched wicks that haven't been engaged with at all. We're waiting for them to get closed through on the 1 hour candle, which then creates our bullish point of interest. Then we drop down to the 1 minute and we look for price to close below the point of interest and then form an inverse fair value gap. And we would enter our long on confirmation of that fair value gap, as you can see here. That is it in a nutshell. I have other videos breaking it down further if you want to learn more about it. But we'll go into the examples. So, okay, we'll start here. It's a bit messy. Okay. So I missed this one because it was before my trading hours. This was at 7 p.m. So at 6 p.m, we have this candle here closing above these two Virgin wicks. Yeah, it was this candle, yeah. Creating these two bullish points of interest, okay? So go to the 1 minute, and then from 7 o'clock, which is here, you can start looking for these bullish points of interest to get engaged. And as we can see, boom, you've got a nice inverse fair value gap here, printed by our indicator. So that's where you would enter your long there. Stop just below the inverse fair value gap, targeting 2R. Super nice trade. I know Ali caught this one and some people in his community. But yeah, that was the one I missed. And then let me get rid of that. In the immediate next hour, so let me go to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so the 7 p.m. candle finished, closing over the previous candle's wick, creating this POI, right? So we drop down to the 1 minute, and from 8 p.m, you can look for a entry. So I'll just quickly zoom past it. So I've marked in red the inverse fair value gap that we're looking at. Boom, here you go. You get a close above it here. And now personally, I did not take this one. And also you'll notice my indicator didn't show it. I marked it off manually because I've got here, candles before inversion. I've set it to 5. This is essentially, the maximum number of candles allowed for an inversion to be valid. So this fair value gap would have to be inversed within 5 candles for it to print. And as you can see, it took like, I don't know, what's that, 20, 30 candles to inverse. And from experience, that is just a lower probability inversion. And for that reason, I would not take it. And nonetheless, it does hit TP, I believe, yeah. So yeah, nice job if you caught that one. Personally, I did not. But yeah, that's why I didn't take that one. Let's see what else we have. I think that was it for NQ. Oh no, sorry, we've got more. All right, let me skip ahead. We'll get to the juicy one, the win that I took. Okay, so this was, what time is this? 1 a.m. Okay, let me go back. All right, so let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, so, okay, the midnight candle closes above this one, this wick, marking this POI. Okay, so yeah, from 1 a.m., let me just make it green. Here's our bullish POI. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Boom, there you go. Indicator fired off right there. That's confirmed inverse fair value gap within 5 candles. So I entered here, put my stop just on the other side of the inverse fair value gap, targeting roughly 2R. And yes, this is a front run entry because we are entering the inverse fair value gap before we even close back on the other side of the POI. And boom, that was my win for the day. I was very happy with that one. Super clean, barely any drawdown. Yeah, really nice. And then looks like there was another one. So let's get rid of this and go to 2 a.m. Okay. All right, so this is the 1 hour chart. So the 1 a.m. candle closes and closes above this one. So there is your H1 bullish point of interest. So then from 2 a.m., you can go ahead and look for longs after that POI has been engaged. Let's see. All right, so boom, there you go. There is your fair value gap and it gets inversed right there. But yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 candles before an inversion. And like I showed you with my indicator, this would not fire off. So I personally did not take this one, even though I saw it. And yeah, it was a good call because you get stopped out pretty much immediately. And then you get another chance within that same hour. Oh, another question I get is, can I take another trade if I get stopped out on the same POI? Yes, but for a bullish example, what I want to see is another lower low. So I want to see this low penetrated and then another inverse fair value gap. And boom, you get one there. So yes, this would be a valid entry because you get fair value gap here, it gets inversed within 4 candles. And so here's where you would enter your long. Normally stop could go just below the entry candle or the inverse fair value gap, but it's quite small and we have a lot of room to go up. So this is where you need to have a bit of intuition, and you could say, yeah, stop could be a bit wider just because we have so much room to move up. So you could even go something like that you could even go more linear. Yeah, something like that, and boom. Instant TP, almost 0 drawdown, really nice trade. But yeah, why I did not take this one is because I've got my inverse fair value gap setting on, okay, before it was on minimum fair value gap size, I had it on 0.2. So if I chuck it to 0.2, you'll notice this should disappear once the indicator loads. Bang, there you go. Pretty much what this setting does is it filters out all the really small fair value gaps, because the really small ones are lower probability. Similar to the inversion setting, it just filters out low probability trades. And we want to see bigger fair value gaps. Those are higher probabilities. But I'm still trying to work out the sweet spot for this indicator because, yeah, I had it on 0.2, but as you saw, it filtered out this winning one. So I'm currently playing around with putting it at 0.15. I think that might be the sweet spot to still have decently sized fair value gaps, but not filter out all of them. But yeah, I know some people caught this one. Master Chi caught this one, I believe. That was a pretty nice one. Moving on. All right. So look, there's another one that I missed. So let's go to the 4 a.m. candle. Okay, so 3 a.m. candle finishes, closing over this virgin wick. There's your bullish point of interest. Drop down to the 1 minute. Look for entries from 4 a.m. Bang. All right, let's see. So if POI finally gets closed under, it gets engaged, and then bang, we see an inverse fair value gap right there. Yeah, really quick inversion, only 2 candles to inverse it, decently sized. So you would enter there. This is a front run entry, and then stop just below the entry candle. And bang, almost there. This one chops around for a bit, but then yeah, you eventually get it. Super nice. But yeah, like I said before, I also missed this one because my inverse fair value gap filter was on 0.2 ATR. And if you look now, boom, it's gone. So yeah, this also reinforced the idea that I should maybe put this on 0.15 instead of 0.2. But yeah, I think some people caught this one. Super nice trade. Very clean, very clean. Let's see what else there is. I think that was it for the day. Let me see. Yeah, that was it for NQ. I think there was one more on gold that I wanted to go over. Yeah. All right. Yeah, New York was pretty uneventful. So it was just Asia and London plays. What's happening here? Let's have a look. I see. Okay. All right. So let's imagine we are here. 10 p.m. candle. This is during Asia. We get this candle close above this, creating this bullish POI. Drop down to the 1 minute. Look for entries from 9 p.m. Sorry, that's the 8 p.m. candle. So look for entries from 9 p.m. Let's have a look. POI gets engaged. No entry yet. Boom. So there is your inversion here. Super small one. So my indicator didn't pick it up because it got filtered out. I think by both of the size as well as it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles to inverse. So my indicator did not pick it up, and my indicator did not fire off an alert, which is something I'll talk about after this trade. Setting alerts. But yeah, this one does end up going to TP, but yeah, I didn't take it because my indicator showed that it was a very small inverse fair value gap and it took a while to inverse it. So for that reason, didn't take it. But as you can see, those were all the trades for yesterday. Many winners, many bangers. if you caught even a few of those, that would have been a massive green day. I'm happy with just catching one. But yeah, something to help you guys catch these so you don't have to stare at the screen all day is a couple alerts. So one alert I'm playing with is the CCT by Master Chi. Just enable this one, and this just tells you every hour if a Virgin Wick has been closed through and a POI has been engaged. Oh, sorry, has been created. So first you need to add the indicator to your chart. And then what you can do is just go to these 3 dots next to the indicator and go, where is it? Okay, yeah, there you go. Add alert or Alt-A. And then you just press create, and then you can go to NQ, add alert, and then create. And then the other one is the same with the inverse fair value gap. So once you've got the inverse fair value gap Query Toolkit settings done, which I'll just quickly, speaking of the devil, let me just check out that alert real quick. Okay, so I just got an alert for the gold, but POI was never engaged, so I'm not taking that. Anyways, back to the video. Yeah, so you can just add this to your chart and then go there, click add alert or Alt-A. But you want to configure your settings first before you set the alert, because the alert takes a snapshot of the current settings. So even if you change the settings after the alert is made, it will not change the alert. You have to delete the alert and re-add the alert. But yeah, here's what I've got set right now for my indicator and my alerts. Some people wanted to see. You can pause the video if you want to have a look. I'm just going to quickly scroll through it. One other thing is I deleted all these things in the style section, just so I don't want to see these IFBG text things. I just want to see the boxes, just like that. But yeah, with these 2 alerts together, what I've been doing is I don't need to stare at my screen all day. I can just wait until my phone tells me, okay, there's a POI, okay, there's an IFBG, and then bang, I can quickly have a look. If there's a setup, I can quickly place a trade, because in addition to this, I'm currently trying out Trade Syncer, which is a web-based trade copier, meaning you don't need to have the trade copier open. It's running all the time. So I can just open up my phone on my leader account, set the trade, that copies across all my accounts, and it's all done on my phone, wherever I am, just based off alerts. So that's something I'm trying right now, which you can also try if you want. But yeah, that was everything for today. Let's see if today provides more setups. Happy trading.